frame is a little bit heavier, but it's nice. It's kind of super sturdy.
Here now.
Angry little wren.
She's an angry little wren because there's a cat back there.
Is that the ball? I feel the ball hit my foot. It did.
Is it my turn to throw the ball? We're gonna need a new throwing spoon soon.
Yeah, I stepped on it the other day. See, it was in some leaves. Yeah, the leaf blower, I don't have those leaf problems anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Blowing those leaves away.
I might need to scooch over a little bit.
Draw off to the side a little bit.
Let's see what we got now. Yeah, that's better.
Can't hurt anything. If you break it, we'll just put it in the trash. If it was nice, it wouldn't be out here anymore.
Happy Friday, everybody. Oh. Got extra points. This is amazing. Never have I seen anything like this. Well, thank you so much.
I'm not the only one, but I thank you very much. I'm the only Billy Keith doing this that I know of.
He calls it solar combustion art. Bro.
Bro. Dude.
Dude.
Bro is the new dude.
It's funny because I call my brother bro. This is sick. Thank you. When sick is a compliment. Ha ha ha. Yes. Can't see.
Yeah, it's think about getting some filters for the camera so you can see through the dot a little better.
He's wearing welder's glasses.
So what you see is a giant bright spot the size of a quarter or so. I see as a bright spot with a spot about the size of a pencil eraser in the middle of it. This frame is heavy.
No, that is art. Thanks.
That frame is too heavy. I like how stable it is, but it is too daggone heavy.
Has this form of art been around a long time?
Yeah, I got a friend that's been doing art since the 70s like this. A solar guy in Key West that traveled all across the country making art with the sun and magnifying glasses and doing roadie work, doing stagehand work. He uses the small lenses and does a lot more. A lot of people use a technique where you draw everything out on the wood first and then go back with the lens afterwards and kind of color it all in with the magnifying lens and burn what you've left behind. And I kind of a little bit different style. I go for freehand. I just kind of start drawing what I feel like an image should look like and get what I get. But everybody's technique is really interesting and awesome. I love all those people's work. This is not how I do it. That's why I refer to myself as a solar combustion artist and not a solar pyrographer now. Because I never really fit into what I consider to be solar pyrography. It was just a group I found once I started making art with the sun and magnifying glasses by accident, in other words. It wasn't really, I didn't mean to be an artist. I was just some dude that's what I was going to do. I never had any intentions of being an artist as a child or aspirations to make art for a living.
It does smell awesome. Like burnt wood. If you're into that kind of thing.
A little campfire action. Like do some solar s'mores or something one day.
Yeah, I've been thinking about s'mores. That's why I got marshmallows at Target.
And this is you see the sun is really clear today, but the problem with the winter is that sometimes the angle of the sun is so low that it's always behind buildings. So as I get down here, I'm losing half of my focal point to the building next door, which is why it's not burning as fast down here as it does up there.
I would love this in my home. Thank you. He does sell them.
You sell them?
The bigger ones are a little pricier because shipping is a lot. And it's a third of a sheet of plywood.
Makes shipping a lot. It's big.
Yeah.
It can only be shipped by UPS ground or USPS ground. I'm going to go check at UPS next to see what shipping something like this would cost through them.
Allison's calling me. What's up? I'm hanging out in the backyard with Billy burning as I'm throwing the ball with little dog friend.
We're live.
Excuse me. It is a nice day.
We're just screwing around back there. We're live. We're working people.
It's nice in the sun. Getting ready to do a job. Deep out in the country. Not working. Folding paper and doing the live video stuff and selling some art. especially when you hated it. Nice. At least you got a field one. That's funny. Yeah, we're going to Keller Williams tonight. We're supposed to go with my brother and Tasha, but well, she's not too. Right. No. For whatever reason. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, he already paid for the tickets. No. Hey, thanks for the gifts, everyone. Yeah, I'm trying to keep up my part of the line. My part of the show.
We are working at the moment, so we're screwing around in the backyard, sort of.
Just working.
We are doing our thing.
Mm-hmm. There is a pattern. This is a worthy live. Thank you. But I don't know. I'll give you a text later if you feel like going to Keller and my brother doesn't go. Probably not. Cool. Well, you have fun out in the country. See ya. He is good at that. Thank you. TGIF. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a new gift. TGIF times 5. How much is this one?
I'd like to get 700 for it, at least. Maybe 8, 7, 8. It turns out shipping is way more expensive than I was expecting it to be on these. So I have to get at least 7.
If you're in Louisville, Kentucky,
We can
come
email
down
or
a
we
little
can-
bit.
And we can talk about it, what a personal price would be. Or you come pick it up. Or I can deliver it to you at a reasonable distance.
or if you're on the way to Tampa,
Or if you're on the way to Tampa.
because we're
Headed
going to
there
Tampa soon
at the beginning of December.
to deliver some art.
Deliver a big giant talpa tree on the same size piece of wood.
Hope everyone's having a good day. Man, that's so talented. Props. That's freaking awesome work. Thank you. Thank you.
1 million.
I'm in Tampa. Well, Wesley Chapel. Oh, really?
We headed to Tampa soon.
Beginning of December. Never been to Tampa.
I saw the Grateful Dead in Tampa once. In the 90s. It was fantastic. Montreal's airport once. In the 90s. It was awesome. That was back when you could stay the night at the airport and just hang out there all night long and act like you're in an episode of Big or something like that. It was crazy.
I had to leave a live for a minute, so I don't know if he answered how much is this one.
So I would like to get 700 due to shipping being so expensive. But that includes shipping and tax and everything. That's the total
Shipping's
price.
crazy.
Yeah. Shipping is crazy, but
It's a third of a sheet of plywood. It's pretty big. And he clear coats them all and gets them ready to hang up. And then we were kind of joking, but not joking, and saying if you're on the way to Tampa, shipping would be less because we're going that way.
we might be able to get it for 600 on the way to Tampa.
How much to ship to? Is NZ New Zealand?
Yeah,
Oh,
it would probably be more than the art.
that's the only problem with the bigger pieces.
With all the pieces, I talked to a friend of mine. It's to ship like a book to Taiwan's $200. So, you know,
Can he do it on a
international shipping
different
gets
wood? He can do it on any wood.
It'll melt bricks even. I got a brick over here. I got now just for the occasion.
Shoot, you just want to give us $5? We'll take $5. Not for the art though.
It'll probably leave.
Uh-huh. Take a break, dude.
Just want to put little beads of glass onto a brick.
This is one of a kind art. Not many people do this. No two pieces are exactly alike.
They're all signed and dated.
That's so unique. How'd you get into it?
I started collecting lenses in 2008, and in 2009 I had an experience that led me to believe I was supposed to make art with the sun and magnifying glasses afterwards. And I have embraced it more and more every year as I've gotten older. And 13 years later, I've decided I'm going to dedicate as much time as I can to it. It is my way of life. I sometimes have to cut down trees and stuff on rainy days. And sometimes those rainy days aren't rainy days when I've scheduled it, and I have to cut it down on a sunny day.
8 mushrooms.
8 mushrooms, yeah, I did that too.
True passion. Hello, hello. This one, it's a big piece and shipping is really crazy. So he usually asks for around 7.
7, maybe 8, because we're still.
Because shipping can be like $200.
I still got a lot of burning left to do on this. It's a large piece of art.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome
Wow,
back,
you've
everybody.
gone far with this tree in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, we had to cut it short yesterday, so I started again today on this one because the line at the traffic to get into Home Depot today was so long that after 10 minutes of not moving, I decided I was just going to come home and finish this tree. And I would, if I had to, I got a whole sheet of plywood in there that needs to have a picture put on it, and I may just start burning that today if I have to.
The detail is insane. Thank you. What if the light got pointed onto someone?
It would burn you just like this tree, and your skin burns way more than this tree does. You'd have a black charred line on your skin, a big giant blister, instantaneously blisters up. Like an instantaneous, it's like touching a piece of molten steel, having that splash on you. It's 2,000 degrees at the focal point. That's why I call it spontaneous combustion art, is because if I really allow the focal point to focus all the way down, it just combusts. As you can see, it's just fire, fire. There's no delay.
Have you ever burnt yourself on accident?
Yeah, just once doing what I said before, where I was like moving my hand across and it got me good. And it pulled a little blister out of my hand, so you can say with first-hand experience, it does burn you good.
Bro drawing with the sun. Yep. My mate sold a similar piece to this. Same type of art, magnified, $500. Find right buyer. Yep. They're out there. We found them before.
Exactly.
And we've even taken, payments.
I've sold a lot of art over the years. I mean, I used to be a street artist, so I've sold a lot of art over the years.
Any special eye protection? Yes.
Yes.
Welder's glasses.
I like a number 5 welding glass. They're polycarbonate with a UV coating and an infrared coating, so they protect you from all 3 of the UVs plus infrared, which to me, when I got the lens with the infrared coating on it, was actually, it finally made it to where I can draw the longest, because my eyes didn't get hot anymore. Like sometimes they would feel like they were baking in my skull for lack of a better way of putting it. It'd literally be just hot. Okay, I have 2 little baked potatoes in my face.
Start talking about potatoes, you're gonna make Big hungry thinking about
I know.
potatoes.
I already told you after this is over, I'm making lunch. I might get another lens out and come back and touch all of these fine tips I'm putting on here and make them a little bit darker and maybe make them a little longer and a little finer. But my goal is always to try to perfect as much technique as I can with this particular lens.
Oh
just
man.
through technique alone.
Hold on, I got one text and now I'm... How can I buy one like what you're doing now? Solarcombustion.art is our webpage. It's in our bio. Message through TikTok or emails on our TikTok bio. Thanks for the heart.
This particular piece will be $700-800 when we finally settle on a price. If you're interested in this one, feel free to contact us through email.
Hope you're having a blessed day. Coming to show some love. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes, and I hope your day is equally blessed. Mine has been fantastic.
His arm, actually, it's more of his hands than his arms, but yeah, they do get kind of tired. We are in Louisville, Kentucky, spreading smiles for miles. I love it.
Yeah, let's do a smiley face real quick then for that.
This particular tree, he probably has roughly an hour and a half, 2 hours in it.
I'll probably have 4 hours in it when it's all said and done with.
You're in Louisville. Cool. I'm having to go back because I missed a bunch of condoms. Random, but I was checking out your page. Do you happen to know what breed your dog is? He's a 100% good dog. He's a rescue. We think he's a terrier retriever mix.
Or terrier Pomeranian mix. Or he's a ball chasing little dog. Bring me that little ball. Little dog. Oh my goodness.
He's
And he's
obsessed with the ball.
And he's gone.
He'll be back. 11 new messages. I love this. Thank you. Hi. Hello.
Hello.
So cool. You guys. Holy cow. Thanks. Never seen this before. So cool. I try to get to everybody. I know I miss. The sun is just about to rise here in New Zealand. Just wondering what side of the planet. We're in Louisville, Kentucky. It is 1:19 here.
So the sun rose here 7 hours ago. 6 hours ago. It came up at about 7 o'clock here.
Any Irish Celtic work?
No,
That would be interesting to do, though.
I like the knot work. I just this is not what I draw when I sit down to draw. That's not really what I draw. Like it's not. I might like study it later though. It sounds like something would be fun to study for a little while.
The bigger pieces, this is a Friday here. This is a third of a sheet of plywood. It's big. Shipping is insane. So we are asking, depending on where you are, $700 to $800, including taxes and shipping, because it's crazy. If you happen to be in Louisville, Kentucky, though, you can stop by and we'll cut you a deal. Or again, if you're on the way to Tampa, we're doing a road trip to Tampa next month.
Going through Tennessee.
Other Kentucky people, hey there.
Into Georgia.
I was working over the last year. I live in Arizona, but it was really cold out there. Well, you know what they say about Louisville weather? If you don't like it, stick around, it'll change. How did you learn this skill?
I taught myself after collecting lenses for several years and then being compulsed to make art with the sun and magnifying glasses.
In South Texas, that would have burned through with this heat.
The thing is the sun temperature is the sun temperature, regardless of really where you are. Maybe on the mountains it's a little bit more intense, but the circle would be bigger because you're closer with less atmosphere. So it's kind of, I'm not trying to condescend or anything, but the sun is the sun. It's why you can burn in the dead of winter and still get away with it.
It's about 60 degrees here today.
I've burned at 20 below. It's a little dangerous for the lens because the lens becomes really brittle at that temperature.
This is lit. No pun intended. Beautiful, nice. Thank you, thank you. It is a giant magnifying. It's that technically not made out of glass. It's a Fresnel lens. So it's more of like a plexiglass material. He got it on eBay several years ago.
As you see, it's got little grooves in it. I don't know what they can see.
A little bit.
Put it really close, you can see the grooves. So the grooves are the pitch for a piece of glass that would be about 3 inches in diameter in the center of an 18-inch piece of glass.
Beautiful, looks amazing. I love it. I'm trying to get everybody's comments here. He's burning a piece of plywood just from Home Depot. Thank you, everybody. About, depending on shipping, again,
Like $700-800 probably.
it is a huge piece. Third of a sheet of
But it
plywood.
can't be shipped priority. It has to be shipped USPS ground, or I'm gonna have to go to UPS and look into that. And I have a feeling UPS is gonna be expensive.
Ask him if he thinks it's possible that Egyptians use giant lenses to melt granite.
I think they used giant mirrors made of bronze to focus light onto things. To melt granite, I'm not sure. The Egyptians didn't really start making glass of any color. The Egyptians made their original glass for the purpose of replicating rare gemstones from afar. So whenever all of the lapis lazuli came from Afghanistan, it was a really long trip to get it. People figured out how to melt different minerals together and make fake lapis lazuli.
Thanks for the love, everybody. I just cannot get to everyone at the moment. 700 is a fair price. Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheaper to come pick it up. We welcome visitors.
We do
Then you can
welcome
watch the live show.
and get to meet me, and we can talk about all kinds of crazy things. Because I will have a conversation with you if you come. I have a conversation if you want to have one on here. I don't care. I've been accused of talking a lot.
Can you do a wolf?
Maybe not today, but I could work towards it. I've worked on them before in the past. I'm not that great at them yet.
It's
But-
all freehand, yes.
And I'd have to do a lot of, like, I'm not a great artist, so I'd have to do a whole lot of pencil sketches in my free time in order to get the images in my mind and roughly where I needed to be in the wood to hit my marks. Because I don't draw anything. I don't even put any reference marks. I just start going for it. Because, say, on a windy day, if it's real windy, the wind might blow me off of my original intentions, and then I have to make adjustments, and then your whole picture changes.
Amazing. Thank you, crazy, insane, astonish. Bonjour. Thank you, everybody. Yes, it is burning it. So he has to clear coat them all when he's done so they're not smudgy. One can take anywhere from a few hours to a few days. The process of making art is one of the most beautiful things in the world. It sure is. He can shade, kind of Bob Ross style. He kind of like rubs the smudge in a little bit. Guy is the reincarnation of Bob Ross.
Thank you.
What a compliment. We love old Bob.
Too. I always used to want to be the Bob Ross of solar pyrography when I was a solar pyrographer. So now that I'm a solar combustionist, maybe people will one day say that's the most Billy Keith person we've seen in a long time.
Yeah. Solarcombustion.art is our webpage. It's in our bio.
Man, Billy Keith was something, wasn't he? That's what I wanted to say. Wasn't he a nice guy for such a
Thank
pain in
you.
the butt as a kid? I went to Catholic school. I was not a great kid as a kid. I got myself in a lot of trouble. I spent a lot of time in detention because I had a smart mouth.
And if you want to buy this particular piece, solarcombustion.art, you can email us through that way or direct message through TikTok. We're open to any way of communication.
We have
Happy
acquired-
little trees. Happy big trees.
We've made ourselves accessible.
How long do you think you've been working on this one?
Probably 2.5 hours. Yesterday was a kind of a weird long day because the clouds were intermittent and the sun was kind of hazy. So the lines that I'm doing now, they would have taken twice as long to do yesterday.
Uh-oh. Please tell me y'all have a deer. I need a Christmas gift for my brother ASAP.
I will get you a deer soon.
He has done a deer, actually.
I have one, but it's not good.
He gave one to a friend of ours.
I did a couple trying to get that one together for him because once again, I just go for freehand, and sometimes you make a lot of. You think you're in the right spot, but you're not.
And he does make smaller pieces.
This just happens to be what I've had available at the house, and I've been in such a hurry to do stuff that I just grab whatever I got and I start burning instead of firing up the table saw and making these smaller pieces.
Hey, let's see. If you put yarn on it, the yarn will burn and will burn in the places you want. Interesting.
Yeah, it would work.
This is cool. We go live. Really, it just depends on the sun. Where do I buy? Well, we're in Louisville, Kentucky. I don't know where you're at, but we are looking into shipping. It's just kind of pricey.
Especially for these really large pieces like this.
But you can message us through TikTok or, like I said, solarcombustion.art. It's in our bio. That's our website.
And some of the more reasonable sized pieces, they're a little bit pricey to ship, but it's not unreasonable. These big pieces, it's going to be
Louisville represent.
It's going to be at least $200 to ship this piece to Colorado when I ship it soon. And I got a similar piece that's going to Colorado, and it's going to cost me an arm and a leg to ship it.
We are at technically Smoketown. We're by downtown, right on like the Germantown, Paristown border, all the towns. Would you be able to do a pet if I sent a picture? It would be kind of a vague representation. He's not necessarily like a portrait type artist.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Maybe in another year or two, as I continue to work towards my next level of artistry, and I start to...
Can I tell you a joke?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
As long as it's clean enough for the class.
How much do you ship to Georgia? Actually, we're going to Georgia soon.
Yeah. So that could be...
Around Athens.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought they were saying around Athens. I guess where we're going, roughly.
I want to buy that. If anyone's interested, send us a message through TikTok or email. Solarcombustion.art is how you can contact us.
We can negotiate price through there.
Where can I find that art? I want the same, please. I'm from Rhode Island. Well, hello. And he loves making trees.
I've got a couple trees that are already finished in there that are not spoken for. So I can bring those out and show them to you.
He's been doing this 13 years. Can you do an outline of Indiana?
Well, possibly.
Probably.
So. Yeah, I mean, I would just have to
practice.
Yeah, I just have to practice.
This is art, not spinning paint buckets. Thank you. Everybody has their thing. Northern Michigan, hello.
The spinning paint buckets make some cool images, but it's
I'm in love with that one. Send us a message.
Send us a message.
We have sold them through TikTok before. And Minnesota, he lived in Minnesota for a year and a half.
Yeah, I lived up in Wadena, Minnesota. Up there in the middle of the nowhere man's land.
The wood is burning because he's focusing a big piece of sunlight into a little piece of sunlight.
Yeah, I have something that's way hotter than the combustion point of wood. So.
Add some leaves with fall colors, like some on the tree and some on the ground.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I've done that in the past. But yeah, I will, I got some in there that have leaves.
Yes, welder's glasses. Eye protection's very important.
And don't ever, I'm never trying to condescend to anybody when I respond. I accept all ideas that everybody wants to share.
Exactly.
I don't want anybody to feel like I've dismissed you or put you down, because I know everybody's just trying to participate and have a good time and just put their 2 cents in, and I listen to all of it, and I can only do what I can do with the limited amount of time that the sun actually shines, and all the dreams and fantasies I have inside myself of what I feel like I must create beyond what I want.
He has done lots of flowers, sunflowers. His hands get more tired than his arms. I'm just trying to keep, there's a lot of comments today.
You're doing great.
This one, as we've said, it's a third of a sheet of plywood. It's big, shipping's crazy, so about $700. Because shipping can be like $200.
And it's kind of like there's a lot of people interested. So if you're interested in this, do not feel free to reach out to us on either our website through email.
I know 700, 800 sounds like a lot, but it's a big piece. It's original art, and the shipping is kind of depending on where you are.
And it's
Everyone knows it's fake as fuck.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, totally fake.
Let me get the other lens out, then I'll show you.
I already sent a message for that one. Cool.
Good deal. Let me go get the other fake lens out real quick.
I would totally buy a sunflower. He loves doing sunflowers.
I love doing sunflowers. Let me get the other fake lens out.
He's not going to go blind. He's been doing this 13 years, but thank you for your concern. He wears welder's glasses.
And I'm an eccentric person, so I'm always looking for a more efficient way to do things inside myself even.
We're in Louisville, Kentucky, by the way.
I've really spent a lot of time. I'm gonna put a frame edge on this thing. I'm gonna do a double frame on this one So this lens right here has got a 1/2 inch focal point that's about 2200 degrees right now because the sun is super bright.
Wait, I just moved from Louisville, Kentucky. That's so cool.
Well,
Hey. Oh, it's a squirrel. Oh,
my
shit.
God. It almost broke my
Did
my
you all
lens.
see that?
You see that squirrel almost broke my lens? Thank you, baby Jesus. Baby Jesus protecting my magnifying lens. It was so close. It fell like right across the face of it.
Interference.
Interference.
So he had burned this half a brick and he had it on the fence and the squirrel knocked it off and it almost broke his lens.
But I shouldn't have it sitting where it's sitting anyway, because
Dude didn't give a fuck.
They don't get hot unless you put them in a place. Then they get hot like any piece of glass in the sun gets hot.
All right, folk. I gotta see if I missed anything.
There we
Attack
go.
of the Killer Squirrels. I have friends that live in Louisville. I live in Bowling Green. If you're ever in Louisville on a sunny day, check us out.
Send us an email when you're coming into town. We'd love to see you.
This is one of the best things I've seen online.
I mean that. If the sun's out and you're coming into town, feel free to reach out to us and engage us. And if we're live, if you don't mind being live, you're more than welcome to come visit and chat while we're live, and I'll keep drawing like I do now.
Real quick, a lot of people are interested in this tree today. Message us through TikTok or solarcombustion.art is our website. It's all in our bio. We have more trees and he can make more. I know someone said they may have already sent money. I gotta look into that. This is solar combustion art. It's also, other people call it solar pyrography. If I missed your question, just ask again. The dog just looks like he's supporting Billy. Really, he just wants him to throw the ball.
He's helping my heart, though.
No.
This dog has made me a better person. Oh, thank you, little dog. I got to make a lot of personal sacrifices for throwing this ball for this little dog. So
He came up with the phrase solar combustion art. He's using a Fresnel lens. Can this be done with gunpowder?
yeah, there's people that do that art.
And his hands do not get hot because the lens actually does not get hot. He's been doing this 13 years. I know I'm talking a lot. I'm trying to answer a lot of questions. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for the music notes. This one, it's big. Shipping's crazy. So he's asking $700, $800 if you're super far from Louisville, Kentucky, because shipping can be up to $200. It's more focusing the sun than reflecting the sun. So without shipping, about $600. We maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. We're still working out.
Rural Georgia? How far from Athens? Because we'll be going there next month.
Part of rural Georgia.
How much to ship to New Jersey? See, we're just now getting into the shipping world, and it's kind of more than we were thinking it would be.
It's gone up since the last time I've shipped stuff. Some of the smaller pieces, though, they're probably going to be more reasonable.
What would it be if I came to get it?
Oh, this one?
Yeah. Or one like it.
500-600.
500-600.
No,
Way too much? If that's too much for you, it's okay. Someone out there. We've taken a couple like payments too for people.
always welcome to come to Louisville and make me an offer in person with cash money.
I'm in Lexington. I could pick up. Awesome. Send us a message.
This one
Just
may-
joking. Oh, that's cool. I mean, we try not to get upset with anybody.
Yeah, there's all kinds of people out there. I love you.
Everyone has their own opinion.
Put this in your house so you'll have conversations like you never had before.
Do you have a shop?
No, we have a
We have a
website.
house full of art.
My art's kind of an outdoor style art, so it really. I used to mostly just have a couple street corners that I hung out on.
One called Mother-in-Law's Tongue Backstory. We got a free, huge mother-in-law's tongue plant, and we named it Sharon after his mother.
No, it's one of my favorite. Like my mom always had snake plants or mother-in-law's tongues at the house, and I've always liked them as plants.
Hello from Indonesia.
Nice.
Indonesia is here for you.
Oh, sweet.
This usually takes a few hours to a few days. What kind of wood? This is some plywood. How many have you sold? Actually, several.
In my life, probably. Oh, another brick almost got me. Bricks are just flying today. Here, another lens. I've sold probably 1,100, 1,200 pieces of art over my life now.
And he's drawn on any kind of wood.
I never really kept track like that. I'm not really a scorekeeper. I'm an art maker.
He's done a few custom pieces. It usually just depends on what it is, if he feels like he can do it justice.
If it's a project that I feel like I want to work towards, it's still going to be my art. And we'll just discuss like what it's going to be.
Can you make a Kentucky Wildcats one?
Nah. Just because I'm not going to be able to do a good wildcat yet.
Has the glass broken before? He's cracked it.
Oh, this one's missing about that much off of it. It used to be this long. I broke it one day. I hit it on something that cracked, and then another day the cat jumped off and hit it, and it broke all the way down to the.
Hey, Nashville, Houston, Frankfurt, everybody. I know I missed some. I missed a question I was going to get to. What's the smallest piece you've made?
I put a name on a little bitty circular piece of wood about 1.5 inches in diameter. I used my microscope lens to do that one.
Incredible. Thanks for sharing. Thank you. Faye, Florida. If I was custom, I would pay $300. He's never done an 18-wheeler.
Done an airplane. I've done an 18-wheeler of the sky before, a UVS plane.
700-800 of shipping. Yes, thank you for other people answering questions. Fresnel, it's spelled Fresnel, Fresnel. He's been doing this about 13 years. How much does a small piece?
A small piece shipped would probably be $60.
I think they're talking really small,
A really small piece?
like one of those little wood slices.
I don't know.
I don't know.
They really had to ship those.
He does do a lot of fabulous cats.
But they're
He
usually-
does. He coats it with like a polyacrylic, so it's not smudgy and it looks really nice.
Yeah. Adds another layer of depth to it all.
Solarcombustion.art is our art website. It's in our bio. Just ordered a zinnia butterfly. Oh,
Sweet.
sweet. So yeah, it does look shinier. The cat. He does cats, but I don't know about making it look like a particular cat that belongs to somebody, you know?
And I might be able to if you email a cat. I like cats a lot. I might be able to get enough of the markings where you'd be like, yeah, that's my cat enough. I'm happy with that piece of art.
I think you could email a picture. I don't think you can send pictures through TikTok messages.
Yeah.
But you could email us a picture of your cat.
And I can get back to you and say yes or no on that cat.
So if you send us a picture of your cat through our email, that is through our solarcombustion.art page in our bio, we'll work on your cat. Thanks for the donuts, K-May.
At least give you a response and let you know if it's something I can do.
Can you do my car? Oh,
No.
I don't know if someone was saying cat and a car, two people, or if I'm seeing things.
Yeah. That's why I say I really only have so much time to make art with the style of art that I make. I can only make so many images in a day.
I don't know if they can hear you over there. Solarcombustion.art. It's in our bio. Can you do Mike Johnson? I'm sorry. Will the tree go up on the site?
This one probably not, because it seems like it's already...
It may be sold, but we will put other ones on the website.
Really got website maintenance to do.
And we have a lot more in the house we need to put up on the website. They're just not like clear coated and 100% done yet.
During my journeyman art stage of my life, I just made a whole bunch of art and piled it up. Like I just did. Let me move this off here. Give him a little.
He's actually very good with letters and lettering.
We just
It does
emptied
smell like burnt wood. I love it.
We just emptied the storage unit out. So
This is an old cat he did. We're in Louisville, Kentucky. I've seen you guys at a flea market in Louisville.
Yes.
Awesome. That's an old cat he did. That's kind of modeled after our Mr. Steven cat.
yeah, we have this whole world of stuff over here.
We recently, oh Jesus, emptied out our storage unit. That's like a big one-line piece.
Infinite creations. Like before, when I was just really teaching myself and really pushing all the time, I just made a whole lot of.
That's when he was
pictures. I didn't really
practicing
clear coat them.
horses.
I just made stuff.
Shipping to Hawaii, we haven't yet.
That is probably going to be.
It'll be a lot.
It's probably going to cost more than the art itself will cost.
So it just depends if you...
If you want it that bad,
We would love to have some art in Hawaii.
But it's probably going to be.
The shipping is just going to be really expensive. But
they
if
charge
that's
you
okay with
$500
you...
for the tree, it might cost you another $600 for shipping. So,
I mean, we're open to shipping wherever. It's just a lot.
Yeah, exactly. We're willing to look into it.
Does he
We
have
already
anything
did.
with letters to show? I can go in the house and grab some.
There's a peace sign up front.
Shipping is insane.
If you just want to see some letters real quick, I'll just write you some letters real quick on this piece of wood. Just do like with this big lens even.
My cousin just got married and he's in Louisville. Cool.
Sweet.
If you're ever here, you can buy some art and not have to pay for shipping.
The first commission piece I ever did, I was just thinking about it this morning, was a wedding piece for a guy in Dallas. Yeah, so my lettering could be better than that. This is just the big lens. I'm just kind of playing right now.
And a piece could take anywhere from just a couple hours to a few days. A lot of people were interested in having like her last name or something. That's why they were asking.
Oh, yeah.
Has he ever made a, I don't know what this is, a Baphomet?
Yeah, I know exactly what Baphomet is. No, I'm not really. I mean, I made things that kind of have similar hands
Thanks.
up, hands down things, but I haven't really done a Baphomet. I understand it, but
What's this new to your page? Solar combustion art.
solar combustion art, and I just kind of was demonstrating how the big lens works. I'm going to put the little lens back out here and get finished on putting these roots on this tree next. I just wanted to get some frame action going.
Really appreciate all the compliments and the love, everybody. I can't keep up.
It has been fantastic. I appreciate
I need some
y'all.
water.
I really do appreciate everybody coming on and saying hi. Making the wife lady feel special, like she's got something to do. She's super special to me, but I'm glad the public loves her as much as I do, it seems like.
You know, we haven't shipped to New Jersey yet. We appreciate you. Thank you. Aw, thank you. So we're not really sure. We're in Louisville, Kentucky.
There's kind of like a sliding scale based on distance. And then after that, it's a sliding scale based on distance and weight. And these pictures here are so big that they can't be shipped priority, so they have to be shipped ground, so it's just even
Aw.
more expensive.
He's so nice. They think you're nice. He is nice. That's why I married him. We just don't know how much it costs to ship to Boston or Seattle yet.
Yeah.
We're just kind of getting into this shipping world.
Yeah.
He has actually done a few guitars.
I have. I think I can do a better guitar today than I did back in the past.
No, actually, he does not draw it out first. We have never eaten at the Park Inn Drive-In. Not that I remember, anyway.
Actually, have we ever been to it?
This has to be the sweetest couple I've seen on live. Well, shucks.
That's pretty awesome. We try. We really do like each other. I made her quit her job so we can hang out more.
How heavy are they normally? I can look it up. Oof.
See, that's the thing. It's.
I mean, that piece is a third of a sheet of plywood,
This
so.
one's probably 13 pounds, but I went there the other day and it was $100 just to ship it like across the river in the shortest zone possible. So it's probably going to be, and then there's partially the shipping handling. I still got to make a box and get a box and put it in.
Thanks.
A box.
We love our little dog. And when he said he made me quit, it's because I was miserable in my job for over a year. And it was really affecting my physical and mental and emotional health. So he supported my decision to quit.
I didn't make her quit. I never make her do anything.
Does a dog ever jump on the art or the artist?
He jumps on me sometimes. But mostly he just drops the ball at my feet. Oh, phew. I thought I had a gutter ball. I thought it went up on the gutter.
We've been together 6.5 years, married for 2, known each other over 20.
We were always destined to be together, just like I was destined to be an artist, though.
Oh, thank you. Does the magnifying glass ever burn his hands? No, actually, it does not get hot. We are from Louisville, Kentucky. He's using a Fresnel or Fresnel lens. Louisville, Kentucky. Hey, South Carolina. Oh, that's love. Ooh, we got something. Thanks. I'm blue. Hi, puppy.
We got lucky to finally be able to get together. I almost just disappeared into the mountains. I thought I'd give it one more chance.
They want to see the dog.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's quick.
It's hard to get anything by him.
There he is. He's been doing this 13 years. Oh, I meant your husband. What made him find his passion for art?
A divine intervention. I had a near-death experience in 2010 that upon awaking, I thought I was supposed to make art with the sun and magnifying glasses. Prior to that, I'd already been collecting giant magnifying lenses. But I was really compulsed that this is what I was supposed to do next.
Real quick, someone's trying to estimate shipping. The area code is 502. Hey, Keith.
This piece right here is gonna be,
PM me that. Oh,
this is at the max threshold of shipping.
I'm at zip code. Oh, 40204. There's no denying a crazy artist lives here. We have art all in the front of our house.
Before we got together, I'd spent a few years really eccentric.
Can he only do this at certain hours or conditions?
Yes.
Especially the shorter daytime months.
Yeah. During the winter, I got about 3 to 4 good hours of sunlight where the sun's really good to draw with. Maybe 5 hours a day. But not all of it's in the backyard. I have to move around a lot.
We're in Kentucky.
During the summer, you can draw for about 10 hours a day, 9 in the morning till 7 at night.
If it gets super rainy, does he get sad he can't do art?
I used to, but now I've learned that sometimes you just need a break and You just gotta take what's given to you and be happy with what you get.
He does sell them. Solarcombustion.art is our webpage. It's in our bio on TikTok. After this live, we're gonna have to check our website.
Yeah.
There may have been some action on
I may
there.
have to just take a break here in a minute and go live again here in a few because I'm getting really thirsty and I think I need to eat. I'm getting close to where I don't know what else I can really do to this tree. I think it needs to rest for a few. I might do a little bit more to this tree still as
Hey,
far
Tennessee.
as roots and a little bit more tip out. So whoever bought this, if you've already bought it, you've already decided on. I'm still going to do more work, and I'm probably going to come inside and do another line on the inside to make a frame and give the frame a little bit more personality.
Sitting at my desk job thinking there might be more for me in life.
There might be.
There just might be.
I wish you clarity on your quest on this earth.
How much for pickup?
I'd probably say 500 for pickup.
Yeah, if you pick it up,
I'd do 5 for you. That's one of those. Maybe if you come into town and you pick it up, we discuss it when you get here. What kind of folding money you really have, and maybe we come to a slightly different agreement and see who can out nice who. Maybe you bring $800 and just give it to me, or maybe I give it to you for $300. Who knows? That's one of those. You come meet me in person. It's a different world.
who can out nice who? Okay, I did a rough estimate on the height and width and 13.5 pounds, and it says $137 for one day. Interesting.
They said it could not get there in one day.
Yeah, that's what they said
They said
yesterday.
it's too big to ship priority, especially once it's in a box. It's 48 by 32.
I tell you what, we're gonna find out beginning of next week because we got to ship one to Colorado, so we'll know how much that is.
Yeah, and that's the part of the education now. So sometimes I'm just making up prices, willing to maybe lose a little bit of money, maybe make a little extra. You know,
We really don't know.
I'm not trying to beat anybody up. I really feel like if you like art, this art is going to mature very well. If you're looking for portfolio style art, this art will mature.
He's making art with the sun, basically drawing with a 2,000 degree pencil. Really appreciate everybody stopping by and hanging out.
Wish everybody the best with their life experience. I'm really enjoying our live experience here with you all. I used to do street art all over the city of Louisville, and I really missed hanging out with the public after COVID. And this has been, I think, better than the street art was.
Yes, he's drawing on plywood. He's drawn on hickory, oak, maple, birch, cherry, pine, you name it.
I even milled some of my own wood in the past and burnt on it.
This is amazing and a true journey from street art. If you leave it on one spot, will it burn completely through the wood?
Yes. It would probably take about 10 minutes to burn all the way through this. And I might take and brush the charcoal out intermittently in order to allow it to burn deeper.
Do you sand the sides?
I want to burn the sides. I want to take
He burns the outside edges too.
So it really gives it a nice finished look.
And then clear coats everything.
So I'll take and do like this.
And you can see when he's gone over the lines in the middle, it just adds some texture and depth.
Yeah. Yeah, it almost starts to give it a three-dimensional, like, there's a type of art where they did like chalk, I'm trying to think of how you want to, they're like plaster cast actually.
Yeah,
And they had like a recess in the plaster that was painted black or another color.
He does not trace anything out first. This is, if you happen to be in Louisville, Kentucky, you can pick it up for around anywhere like $500, probably $600, just depends. shipping is going to be on top of that. So we're getting into the shipping world. We're still new to this, so we don't know how much.
And I haven't shipped anything this big in like a couple years. I've shipped a bunch of stuff in the last
Can you
few
run your
years.
nails across the tree? Ooh, I would get all kinds of ash under my fingernails.
Yeah, and it would also like leaves grooves in it, and then it interferes with the striations from using the lens. The lens creates very specific patterns in the wood, and if you rake across it, you'll interfere with those, like scratching a record, and then you'd see that it's been damaged.
Yes, he does clear coat it, because like look, if I come over here and I just touch this, it's smudgy.
It's pure charcoal. It's freshly
It's not
made.
a mirror, it's a Fresnel lens.
So instead of reflecting light, I'm bending light into a point.
The intrusive thoughts right now are crazy. They can get crazy. Oh, I just wanted to hear the texture.
Ah,
Gotcha. I'd love to sit and watch him do this all day. Do you love it? I do, actually. Even before we like got together years ago, I always thought this was super cool.
it's still burning. You see it's still smoking over here.
Oh wow, it is. Let's see if I can zoom in. It usually doesn't stay on fire.
It's hot out here today. This big lens really gets it going. See, the larger the lens, the greater the surface area you're heating up. So the focal point is about a 1/2 inch, but I got a huge spot that's probably 3/4 of an inch that's still 1600 degrees with a 2000 degrees super hot center.
It's not a mirror. It's a Fresnel or Fresnel lens. They come out of like old projectors and old TVs and things like that.
Old projection TVs. This one's out of a probably late 80s, early 90s Magnavox.
I
25 by 32 inch TV was the biggest thing you could buy.
I love that she supports you like this, dude. She's a keeper.
She's
Aww.
the best.
But you already knew that. He does.
We're a dynamic duo. We're voting.
Helicopter. Thank you.
We were voted as cutest couple in Louisville one time.
We did win a contest. We won White Castles
We got some White Castles out of the deal.
on Valentine's Day.
It was awesome. We had so much fun.
Thank you, Misty Ann.
Of course, that is our thing. We always have so much fun. It's kind of why we're the cutest couple.
OMG, I'm a pyrographer artist, and this is the most amazing way to do pyrography art. Just amazing. Thanks. You get a high five from somebody.
Awesome.
Is there a better time of day to do it? Right now.
I'd say like if you want to look at it as if you're familiar with how the sun works, due south is is solar noon.
That's the government spying.
Let's say due south is always a solar midday. So it doesn't matter what time the sun rises or sets. The middle of the day is always when the sun is due south. So sometime in the degrees between due south and beyond, so before and after due south is like the best time. So when they set the clocks back, it just adjusted due south a little bit earlier in the day, so it wasn't so late in the afternoon when the mid solar day happens.
Do the different types of lenses from TVs have different effects with the sun?
Yes, they each have different focal points. The newer lenses have a totally different pattern. They're not a circle like this. The bigger lenses have even bigger circles that are even hotter. I have a lens that probably has a focal point that is 3,000 degrees that came out of probably a old 50-inch TV before they really started, when that was the biggest TV you can get, right before they switched over to LEDs and the single light projector lenses. Because the old lenses used to have three magnifying lights underneath them of each different color, red, blue, and green. And that mixed onto a mirror somehow and made the magic happen on this magnifying glass. I don't know how the magic happened, but light came up out of a little box that shot light onto a mirror, and that mirror shot light onto one of these, and then it had a little screen on it that stopped the light on the surface, and that's what made TV. So,
Yes, I am his wife.
the one and only wife, lady.
One and only wife, lady. My grandma gave him her 25th anniversary ring. And
Tricked me.
kind of made
She tricked
made
me.
us get engaged.
She tricked me into getting engaged.
This is way too interesting. I forgot I'm at work.
I came over for hot dogs and hamburgers, and I wound up getting married 7 weeks later. Wait, nobody's even pregnant. That's usually in Kentucky. That's how I have. So you gotta be pregnant to get married.
Gotta go, but it's amazing to see such cool art and from my hometown. Love y'all. Love you back.
Love
Thank
back.
you.
Reach out to us and come say hi in person sometime. You're
We
welcome.
love hanging out in person.
I love it. I'll talk to you all day. I'll talk to you till you're ready to go home.
Give me a break.
Uh-huh. Poor Shelby had to listen to me yesterday.
We don't have kids together. I have a daughter who's 22, so he got to come in the middle of the high school years. Oh, thank you. We love our wind chimes too.
I think I was just the #1 Scorpio that was just supposed to stay by himself his whole life. I'm the final William Edward Keith.
And then how did you learn how to do this?
I taught myself after being obsessed with magnifying lenses, and then a near-death experience led me to believe that this is what I was supposed to do with my life. And so I've continued to strive and teach and learn and strive and learn more and try to be a better artist every day and a better human every day. What's the point of being saved in the dark of night if you're going to do better?
Sorry, I gotta adjust.
She's got to move her stupid rolly chair. Oh, she's getting it out even. Oh. I'm just being silly.
Do you all ever argue?
No.
Surprisingly, no. For how much time we spend together.
I sometimes say the wrong stuff that hurts her feelings a little bit, but that's just me, and I don't. It's never really anything mean. It's just like an opinion about something.
Scorpio men are good partners. They're loyal. He sure is.
I conquered a lot of the normal Scorpio things that people associate with that.
The words he's preaching are almost better than the art. Thank you.
That's why I feel like I was saved, because there's this space we get to make here, and this space we make gives me an opportunity to work on what you have to work on when you're on this stage of life. How to be a nicer person. How to learn to love people more than you love yourself, because it's not easy being on the earth. Everybody's going
Thanks.
through some mess, I think is what the memes always say. Never know what somebody else is going through. That's the truth. We gotta try to always assume that everybody's just trying to get home, so they gotta use the bathroom when they're driving erratically. They just gotta get home. They gotta use the bathroom. That's okay. And then I just try to make space for everybody to get in. Go ahead and drive erratically in front of me. I'll just slow down a little bit more. As a person that's walked the earth a bunch of times, I always look at driving as it's a luxury, and it's unbelievable we get to go as fast as we get to go in the first place. So I just slow down a lot.
Solarcombustion.art is our webpage. It's in our bio. You can email us through that. There's some pieces on there already. This piece may already be sold, but he has more trees. He loves doing trees. He did a lot of hiking. His favorite piece, there's so many.
I was thinking about that this morning. One of my favorite pieces is that wedding piece I did that I sent to Dallas. That really is one of my most satisfying moments as an artist. Because it was a commission piece, and I thought up the whole concept from beginning to end after talking to the people for a half hour, 45 minutes on the phone, after meeting them on the street in Louisville.
Yes,
on a
it
day
is
that I made it rain. So I said I was going to make it rain. I drew this thing called the Rainmaker, and then it rained. And then that guy called me, and he's like, I can't believe it rained. Because I told him I was going to make it rain. And then he commissioned me to do a piece of art for his wife and him for their wedding. And I did this really beautiful wedding dancer couple in the moonlight with a reflection on some water or on the ground, and three stars in the sky, and a comet floating through the sky, because where they went to school was the comets.
I love the wedding piece he did for our wedding. It's like two lovebirds. It's hanging up on our wall in the living room.
Which turns out it's some sort of Korean lovebird symbol.
Yeah, and there's actually a video on TikTok of that too. Do you all have neighbors put a smile on all their trees?
No, I should.
He put a face on that stump. Thanks for the roses, everybody.
I might just really put a big border on this one.
What was the inspiration? Did you make art one day by mistake? This is freaking amazing.
Well, the initial inspiration is kind of I did kind of make art on the spot by accident with a friend of mine one day when I was first playing around with lenses. And that kind of convinced me that maybe there would be a way that maybe I could just write, people's names on there. Like, I could just write Cooper, like my dog's name. I could just write that on pieces of wood for people. And maybe make $5 or something like that and have a reason to hang out with the magnifying lenses. Because I really liked them. And then once I started having that thought, a bunch of things happened to me in my life that led me to believe that a thing was sent to teach me how to draw. And once that thing was sent how to teach me how to draw, I lived with that for about 70 days. And then I had a near-death experience.
Oh, my father's name was Keith. He passed from a cardiac arrest.
Oh. God bless him.
A Native American in pagan culture using magnifying glass is how to make a sacred fire.
Well,
Interesting.
I try to live a pretty sacred life. I'm kind of at the mercy of the universe. Like if I'm not living right, things really start to go bad for me. So I really try to.
What was the near accident, if you don't mind me asking?
I used to drink a little bit, and I was prone to blacking out. And I went out for an evening of having a good time on Good Friday, and I had an epic blackout episode out in public. And I was out in public for a long time, probably drinking more while blacked out. And then I came to my house and jumped a 6-foot fence, almost stepped to a giant piece of plate glass, kicked the door open, woke up in a bed after falling down the stairs twice and waking up next to vomit. So I feel like I probably shouldn't be here after that. So.
Is your name Pfizer? Because you made my heart stop. Yes, this art roots way back in Native tradition, and I'm so happy to see it being continued. Awesome.
The first person I ever saw do this was when I was a small child. I still had this vague, almost like a dream memory of a Native American man making art on PBS, I think, when I was a really small child. So back in the 70s, probably 6, 7 years old, my first grade or second grade school year. That was the first time I'd ever seen anything like this, but I didn't really, that was one of those, once I started doing it, I had that phantom memory that I'd seen it before. It wasn't like I had seen that and it's like, ooh, I'm going to make art like that. Is it? No.
Oh, hey, Brazil.
I just collected a bunch of lenses. Sometimes, like all
Yeah.
great inspiration, you surround yourself with something. I'm moving around everywhere. I'm shifting wood.
Is Sarah Chalk behind the camera? Oh, Lord. I don't know who that is.
What is it?
Sarah Chalk? As a native who lived on the res, you're invited to the powwow. Awesome.
There's a powwow artist that I met in 2007 when I was through hiking from Pennsylvania that I would love to find again. But he did a lot of Jim Thorpe art and stuff that he was a Pennsylvania Dutch.
Ciao.
So he's Dutch, what was he? He was Dutch, Delaware Indian and Dutch mix.
Oh no.
He had some really cool stuff. He had a rattlesnake head necklace that he made. And then he made me this little paper plate with ashes from this ashtray. And I carried that thing for 900 miles on my back, watching the world as I walked away from it.
We're in Louisville,
It was at a
Kentucky.
haunted bar called Cindy's Rusty Nail. It has since burnt down. I'm probably one of the only thru hikers to ever walk in there because it was nowhere near the trail. And I wound up there by accident after taking a wrong turn on some railroad tracks. So my life is always kind of a lot of accidental guidance. Like I make it to places all completely by accident, and then I have a lot of magical moments like that. And the only reason why I went into that town that night is because the mountain had caught on fire. Somebody had set the mountain on fire, so I had to go into town instead of going up and setting my tent up and then going to the proper trail to get into town so I could go buy my groceries. I came out of the mountains with the intentions to set my tent up, and then I get out there and Homeland Security's there and the mountain's on fire, and they're like, you can't go there. I was like, well, I got to get groceries, so I walked down this highway to get groceries in Pennsylvania. Outside of Palmerton,
Meow.
Pennsylvania.
Meow. Meow. You got stuff to say, Pele? Meow.
He's a beggar for food, probably. Just Pele.
Kitty cats always think it's time to eat, but we had to put their food up sometimes to keep them from puking everywhere.
They were eating too much, and it was starting to give one of them skin conditions, so I did some research and learned you're not supposed to let cats just eat all day. It'll give them gut issues eventually.
This is the kitty cat. It's Mr. Pele. Cooper, he's so jealous. I don't even know if you could see the cat. We do. They have hard food. But we've been picking it up at different intervals throughout the day. I see you.
We started mixing some other food in it that doesn't have. They had to feed them the really expensive food, and then I realized it had one of the main ingredients is sawdust. And how much sawdust are cats supposed to eat? There again, so they're eating sawdust all day.
Oh no, it's gotten a lot better. They don't throw up anymore.
Their skin's getting better. The one cat, at one point in time before we started letting him outside, couldn't even climb up the cat tower anymore. Now he can jump and do whatever he wants again, like a full-blown cat. A real live kitty cat. Woo!
I've never been to Kentucky, but if everyone is like y'all, I think I would enjoy there just like home. Well, that's so sweet. Thank you.
There's a lot of us. I think there's a whole lot of us. At least all the people I know are like me, because that's who I like to hang out with. It's
Right.
fun, people that like a good joke, that can take a good joke. They're important, but ain't important about being important.
Love people.
Love them. And I love you all. And I think I'm about to take a break for a little bit, let my hands rest, get some water, maybe get a little snack,
Snacky snack.
maybe find another piece of wood to draw on, and then come back in a little bit.
Yes, it's a Fresnel lens. I bought a home sight unseen in Kentucky, Somerset on the Cumberland. Oh, man. Beautiful.
I got an art friend that lives in Somerset. Bruce New. If you need some art, get some Bruce New art.
Want to say bye?
I want to say bye. Hey, everybody.
Bye.
Till we all meet again. I love you. Have a great day.
Yeah. Still haven't seen it. I'll see it next week. I bet you're going to love it. We still have 1.3 thousand people.
Haven't seen what? Oh, his house.
His house. Till next time, be kind out there.